This is Baron the Bear, and this is the ultimate guide to Hive Defense. The reason why I'm making this video is because, unfortunately, in these games, after a few months, you have the big alliances will start looking for more members because a lot of players will start going inactive. So they'll start putting more pressure on the smaller alliances to try to force some of their big players to join them. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, but I promise you, if you watch this video, you're going to learn a lot of good techniques that can really help your alliance protect themselves. All right. Now, a lot of kingdoms, hopefully you're going to be in one of those that have some type of kingdom type of rules. And the reason why you really want to have kingdom rules is because you want to keep players playing the game. You know, these types of games, they last for a long time, you know. So you want to keep people in your kingdom so they can keep growing and get stronger, because someday, you know, those type of members might join your alliance. So you don't want to have them quit the game early off. You want them to continue to grow, become powerful, to at some point you might have them as a member. So that's why a lot of the kingdoms get together and discuss terms on how they want to attack in the kingdom. In my kingdom, well, at the moment, you know, they can change, but at the moment we've come to an agreement where there's no tile hitting at all. You know, regular days and kill event days, no tile hitting, no flag burning, no attacking any of that flags or destroying territory unless you're at war with someone, you know. Okay, but as far as the kill event goes, they want to allow free players and low spenders a chance to protect their troops. So if you're in one of those kingdoms to where you only get your hive only gets attacked during kill events, this is the best strategy to learn. Okay, if you're worried that the next kill event, that one of the big alliances is going to come over and just annihilate all your members and destroy your troops and steal your resources, eventually your higher level players are going to leave. All right, it's going to kill your alliance. So this is what you do to prevent that. All right, first thing to do, all right, you have to understand, you have to protect your troops. Okay, I had a beginner video, a guide for beginner players. I recommend watching that if you don't understand how to keep your march down, your troops to fill only your marches. So let's say you have 150,000 troops, 50,000 per march, and you have 3 marches. Okay, well, your best troops that you use to attack the monsters and the highest level tier troops you have, you want to move them into your alliance fort right here. Just hit reinforce. Okay, I have too many troops, so I can't queue into it. So you want to go and send your best troops into your alliance fort. The only way someone can attack your alliance fort is if your alliance hall is destroyed. So they're guaranteed to be safe during the kill event, as long as no one goes crazy. The second march you have, all right, and your third march, you have several options. You could send them to gold mines, and a level 5 for me, it takes 18 hours to farm. So for 18 hours on a level 5 gold mine, you'll be safe, unless you get tile hitting. A lot of kingdoms might tile hit during kill events. If that's the case, then you need to go to a flag, and you hit reinforce, and you send your second march to that flag. All right, go to the other one, your third march, send your last troop to that flag. Now what this should do is, as long as no one attacks your flags, all your troops are safe. Okay? There's two reasons why during kill events people attack your hives. It's to score points from killing your troops and to raid your resources. Those are the only two things really that players really need when they attack hives during kill events. So if you can eliminate that, there's no purpose to attack you. Okay? Now the second thing, all right, is the resources. All right. Now it's important. They had the Supreme Commander event. It's a 5-stage, event. The first stage has been, this could change, but it's been upgrades. All right. It's very important that if you're sitting on 20 million, 40 million resources, you need to be burning those with burning that up during that upgrading event stage. Okay, and if you don't get it past that before that kill event comes, you need to go through all your resources. If you cannot shield, the 3 days for the kill event, you need to get all your resources out of your base. Okay? Do not leave any more resources that's above your depot and your building. All right? Now, a good way of doing that is telling your alliance, message everyone. Tell them to send all your troops to your flags. If you're worried about you're not going to be able to be online, you're going to go to sleep. You're not going to be able to send out your troops again. Tell them to send their best troops to the Alliance Fort, the other troops to the flags, and then have a shielded base. Like, say, for Luthien here. All right? She's got 3 days shields. If you can notice, the U.S. Mint. All right? There's a reason for that. Okay? You message everybody and say, hey, send all your extra resources to Luthien during the kill event. Do not leave any resources in your base that's over your protection. That way, before the kill event, everyone knows they'll send everything to this shielded base. Okay? This would be like the Alliance Bank. This is a tactic used in other games. Okay, so now every member has all their troops, on flags in the Alliance Fort. All the extra resources are sent to Luthien. Should be everyone's safe now. Now, you pay attention during that 3-day kill event. Okay, if any players, port over to your alliance, your hive, and starts attacking certain players, say for instance, not again. All right, let's say someone ports over and hits not again. Before they attack, their march gets to that base, you send a 1-man troop to reinforce that ally. When he gets hit, you'll get a battle report. You just go to your mail, go to battle report, and you'll see the damage, and you can look. You can see okay, total units. All right, you'll be able to see the resources that were taken, what troops were lost. This way, and then post that. Post that up in the very top. It says Alliance. Hit that, and it'll post to your Alliance chat. And everybody, your leaders, your officers, they'll be able to see why that guy got hit. If he left a lot of troops in his base, or he left a lot of resources in his base, they can then make a decision. They can contact that member and talk to them and say, why did you, take a chance and bring in some players into our hive and leave all that resources? If they left a lot of resources, you think about this, guys. If he left a lot of resources in his base, the enemy just took all of that. He could have sent that to your shielded ally member. Instead, the enemy took that resources, Why would you want to give to the enemy your resources when you could have given those resources to an ally? It's better to keep those resources in the alliance than to let enemies take it. You know. Another thing I'm going to stress is too, if you allow your members to be easy targets like this and just give kill points or give resources away, you're putting your hive in danger of being attacked every single kill event. They're going to farm you. You know. They're going to farm you until your big players and everyone else gets tired of it, and they're going to go somewhere else. So the important thing in this situation is you got to get everyone to follow the strategy. You know. I can guarantee if you can get all your members to follow this strategy every kill event, you will not get attacked hardly at all. You know. They'll get the message that you know how to play this game. You know. Defense is a big key in these type of war games. If you can't defend your troops and your resources, then you're not going to succeed, you know, in these games. So once you've gotten this figured out and everyone's on the same page, you know, it's great. You know, then at that point you can start, you know, going out and attacking more. You don't have to worry about your base being attacked all the time. You can start focus on offense. You know? I mean, there's some old sayings like, you know, the best defense is offense. In this game, it's not. You know, the best defense is having the best protection. You know, learning how to protect your troops and your resources and not giving them away. You know, that's the best defense. You know, once you guys can keep yourselves and everyone knows how to protect themselves, then you can move on to offense. You know, and in these type of games, your weakest, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Okay, if you have continuously, here's your options. If you continuously have these alliance members that just don't want to listen, you know, they keep giving away resources, they keep forgetting the shield, or, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I forgot my shield. You know, and he's done it like 2, 3, 4 times, and it's gone through like you're a couple months now, and you're still getting burned. You got 2 options. You either start getting rid of these players, you know, boot them out of your alliance, or set up a training alliance and tell them, hey, we're not going to get rid of you, but you got to move over to the training alliance until you learn how to play the game. You know, you got to know how to protect your troops. You know, you leaving your troops and your resources in your base is only drawing attention to our hive. It's not making it safe for everyone else. Now, every now and then you might have someone, you know, forget, you know, and that can happen. You know, it's no loss. You know. I mean, you know, we all make mistakes as long as you learn from it, you know. But if they keep doing the same thing over and over, you got to get rid of them, you know. They're only going to eventually make your alliance fall. And some people say, well, you know, I mean, they're free players, you know, they can still protect their stuff, you know. And the point I make, too, is it's not fair for everyone else in the hive, you know. Because once... You know, if you got a guy that leaves 20 million resources in their base, and you get 3 or 4 big players just decide to pay a little visit to the hive, you know, port over and just drain that guy. Well, now they're at the hive now, you know, and they're thinking, well, should we port somewhere else, or should we just take everyone else out? You know, then they start, well, let's hit some more, you know. So then they start hitting other bases, you know. And then they're like, well, what about the farms? You know, oh, they got farms over there. Oh, we'll start hitting them, you know. So see, that one player that had that 20 to 40 million resources, he just brought a whole world of pain for everyone in that alliance. Okay? That's got to stop, you know. So I hope this has helped you, you know, in some ways to understand where, you know, you can just start communicating, send mail out to your players, you know. If they can't keep their troops out when they're marching out and farming the resources, then the next time and you see the battle report that they're screwing up, you message them. You tell them, hey man, next kill event, man, don't farm on tiles or you know, keep your troops in the alliance fort and keep them in the flag. We see you do this again, you know, we're gonna have to move you. You know. The point I make about this is, you know, you might say that, okay, this is pretty strict, you know, yada yada. But the point I make is, you know, these kill events, I mean, they only come once every 2 weeks. You know, if your members can't keep protected for 3 days in 14 days total, that's a big problem. You know, if you asking them to keep their troops on the flags and on the alliance fort when they're not attacking and using them, you know, if that's asking too much, then you know, maybe you don't need those kind of members in your alliance, because it's a team effort, you know. And then when all your members need to come together and protect each other, you know. And if you got one member causing a whole bunch of enemies to come to your hive every single kill event, then that member's got to go, you know. So if you think this is a good strategy, and you're having these issues in your alliance right now, that you know you like your members, and you wish you could stay, but they just constantly get burned every kill event, tell your alliance leader, tell your officers, have them watch this video, you know, because this is a great strategy, and if you get everyone on board with using this strategy, it's going to work. I can promise you that. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them, like and subscribe. You know, I'm going to come out with some other videos here soon about keeping your troops safe. So this is Bear and the Bear, and I'll talk to you guys later.